The sound of the 7 tolls of an honor bell can evoke strong emotion at a veteran's funeral, but it's a sound that was missing from many service members' burials in southern Colorado. Now, the tone is changing. A new honor bell is being cast, and it holds the stories of 12 brave men and women who served our country. This past weekend, 2 honor bell guards began the distinguished transfer, escorting the 12 veterans' medals and donated artifacts to the Netherlands, where they'll be melted into the new bell. For the families who donated the pieces, it's a lot to give up, and a new honor in and of itself.
I feel him every day. I just know he's with me every day.
Nancy Fander lost her son in 2006.
I'm grateful for every day we had, but it's never enough.
Corporal Kyle Powell grew up in this house. This is where he celebrated becoming an Eagle Scout and where he created props for plays at Cheyenne Mountain High School. He proudly represented Colorado Springs as a Marine and lost his life at 21.
And it was really hard initially because as his friends would, get married or they'd have kids or they'd, graduate from college, all the things that, could have been in his future that you miss.
The milestones that you didn't get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nancy, who served in the Army, says her son was on his 3rd deployment to Iraq when he and a fellow combat engineer were killed in an IED attack while clearing the road ahead of a convoy full of soldiers. So these are all replicas here. These are all the replicas.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle earned a Purple Heart for his last act of bravery. It's that precious medal, along with the Bronze Star her son earned a month before his death, that Fander applied to donate to become part of Southern Colorado's new honor bell.
And I thought he had a pretty good chance. He was born at Fort Carson. He's lived his whole life in Colorado, and you kept your fingers crossed, but you didn't know how many others there were going to be applying.
Kyle's medals are now in the hands of fellow veterans.
In 1972, I was flying gunships in Southeast Asia, AC-130s, and we lost 44 aircraft and 40 crew members in '72. That's why I do it, to honor them.
Larry Peterson sits on the board of the Honor Bell Foundation. He's spent the last 5 years in pursuit of this goal, to fundraise a new bell and bell carriage. And earlier this year, he helped decide which 12 of the 42 veteran applicants would be part of the project. He explains how these artifacts will become part of the bell.
They'll be doing the actual taking each artifact off the board and placing it in a ladle. And then the foundry worker with the ladle will take it over with 6 at a time over and put it into molten bronze. And we're going to have one of the original honor coins that we give the family. We're going to put one of those in there, plus the wings from the U.S. Air Force Academy will become part of the bell.
After seeing the impact the honor bell brought down from Denver's Fort Logan has at service members' funerals, Peterson cannot wait until the new bell is in town.
It really hits them when that bell tolls and it goes through them. Even when they fire the rifle volleys, the bell will sit there and sing to us, with the percussion. It'll sing.
Now, the artifacts that were packed into the secure case and sent off with honor are in the Netherlands to become part of Southern Colorado's honor bell. Knowing Kyle's highest honors will be a part of other veterans' memorials for years to come comforts his mother.
Then Kyle can be at every service from here on out, and when I die, the bell will be rang at mine out at Pikes Peak National Cemetery, And I just felt like that was an honorable thing to do with his medals.
The bell will be complete at the end of the month and then shipped across the Atlantic. The Honor Bell Foundation is hopeful that the bell will be back in Colorado Springs, tolling at Pikes Peak National Cemetery by Veterans Day.